All right, right back. Just however long it took to hit end record and start again. So the Klingons are first, and their pickle is they need to move and they don't have move points. They need at least 6 move points to get out of their situation. So I think what we want to do is maybe draw 2 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, and we're going to take a white die from the pool. I'm going to re-roll it. It's a red. So we're going to draw 2 cards. And I did draw a move. So unfortunately, I can't do a move 4, which is what I wanted. But I did get a move 2. So there's 2 of my 6 movement right there. I could get 2 more out of that. We do have, oh my gosh, we actually had other cards that did moves. So during combat this turn, attack 1. What was I thinking? Why did I have to draw the 2 cards? I have plenty of move. I could have just done this one for move 4. My apologies. I'm going to take this back. No, I actually drew this one as well. So if I put these back, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put these back. I'm going to change that red die back to yellow. My apologies. I know it sucks. I got to see my next 2 cards. I thought he had no move cards. He's got a move card right here. So I'm playing that for a move 4. And so I'm changing that yellow back to red again because I, would have played a die. And then right there is another move 2, and then I get +1 attack for this turn. So I'm already, I only have 3 cards left in my hand, but I got my move 6, and although if I do this one, I lose that long range attack of 3. So I'm taking that back. I'm going to do this one for the move 6. And so yeah, we're going to play all those cards. I do have a red crystal, so if we want to attack that guy, maybe we can. But let's get a little closer first. And so in order to get there, I have to do, this is a 3 and then a 6. I could do 3, 6 there, but I think the Borg sphere can pursue us. Let's check that out. Yeah, he can be provoked. So if I move to the other place, I could get provoked. So I would need to do 9 damage to him. He is not immune to any of the type of attack I do. It would have to be long. So I either have to block this 6 or, and this is really hard to block because this is a 6, it's like the cold fire attack. So I can do 9 to him, or I have to do 9 if I want to attack him. The problem is I already played a die, right? So I can't take any dice from the pool. I do have a red die available, so I can make this a long range attack of 3. Okay, that part I can do. I can also reduce his attack by 2 for the rest of the turn. That doesn't help me too much, but it does reduce how much. And then I don't have a blue, or I could have given him a +2, right, with that. But I don't have, there's a blue die available, but I already spent my die. So all I could do is muster an attack of 3. And I'm looking at his crew members, and I can get a long range attack of 3 from New Doc, so that can get me to 6, okay? So I could do that, and then look at this. He has 2 resistances, so his armor is reduced by 2. So I can get him to 6, but he's at 9, and I can reduce him to 7 because he has 2 resistances. So I'm 1 away from being able to hit that sucker. And there's nobody else that I can't add a +1 long range attack any other way. So I'm 1 short. But here's the thing. I can just end my turn and draw some new cards and see what I get. And we already cheated a little bit, and we know. But I wanted to play this out for real, as if I didn't know those next cards. And if I didn't know, I was going to seriously try to take them down. But I can't. And so I would, with my 3 cards, say, okay, I'm going to draw 3 more. 1, 2, and there's that long range attack I'm looking for, right? And 3, and with that extra long range attack card, I should be able to take him out next turn. So that is the Klingons. Next are the sisters, who are sitting right behind them, and we need to move But here's the problem. If I move twice with the sisters, if I move through the Klingons, I'm taking on the Borg ship with the sisters, because that Borg ship will get provoked. So the sisters got to do something, and not sit idle. Although, yeah, they're at the lowest experience points in the game, along with Picard. So, not quite enough. This doesn't help. It's not a long range. None of these are long range. We can force them to lose 1 attack and 1 defense, which is good. We can get him down to 7 if we play the red. And we can reduce his attack on us, so he doesn't do as much damage to our ship. But our ship would take damage. But here's the thing. She's the one that doesn't have the move points. That's what it was, folks. I apologize there. Now I'm looking at her... oh my gosh, we forgot to re-roll this die from a long time ago. So it's a white. Okay, she has a long-range photon torpedo attack of 3. That, of course, has he has resistance to that. What should she do? She's a little bit stuck. She doesn't even have a move card, so it's not like she can move the other way. She can't move to where the Klingon ship is because she can't end her turn there. And if she tries to generate, she would need 5 movement points to move through the Klingon ship, and then she would cause the Borg to attack her. To get 5 movement points, she would have to turn all kinds of stuff sideways. And she can't do that either. Although, if the Borg were to attack, she can hurt it quite a bit. In fact, she could probably even kill it. But she's going to have to take damage. She would definitely have to take damage. But the question is how does she get the 6 movement points? I mean, each one of these is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would lose all my cards that would help me defeat. So she can pass and do nothing this round, but that hurts so much. She eventually does need to move. Oh man, she is just stuck where she is. So for example, we can get rid of this pretty easily for the move. Okay, so she's the green ship there. She can't move that way because the Klingon's in the way, and it costs 3 movement points just to go to where the Klingon is. She can't move this way because there's a Class M planet in the way. That costs 3 movement points. She can't end her turn there. She can go left to that Dominion starbase. It doesn't do anything for her other than let her recruit. Oh, can a Dominion... Can we... No. Oh, the Class M planet, she could spend diplomacy and try to get one of these. So there's a move card right there she can try to get. And the move cost of planets and nebula is reduced by 1. That's perfect. So she could try to buy this. And I think, and then there's a long range attack of 3 we could buy. Or even that's nice too. The Riker maneuver. But let's say we tried to do this one. The Class M planet, she's next to one. It costs 6 diplomacy. So she would need 6 diplomacy to buy that card. So let's see if we can pull that off. So she has this one. 2 during an interaction or 3 on an away mission. Or she can do 5. But we could do... the Ryvek is 4 diplomacy only on an away mission. So we want to do 5. So we're going to spend a red die on that one. She's going to lose a reputation. That's fine. She just goes from +0 to 0. All right. So that's 5 of the 6 that I need to get agility. And yeah, we're just going to have to take one of these other cards and turn it sideways. And I think... we'll do the shield one, right? Power to shields. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this die. I rolled a black. These two are being discarded. And she was able to buy this. So this is gonna go into her hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's gonna get one more, another move card. Perfect. So she was at least able to accomplish something useful for her turn. Actually, I should have remembered we could get those cards because that was actually a really good one for her to get. Okay, next up is Picard, who is desperately trying to move, but I think we can move up and take on that yellow planet. And there was a reason why I was trying not to do the yellow planet with Cisco. He doesn't like Picard, but he recognizes there's a bigger threat. So we have all kinds of diplomacy, and right here I'm doing a move 2, and we're gonna move up next to that yellow planet there, and I'm not gonna spend any crystals because I think I need them for everything else. So we're gonna just do a move 2 and take on the yellow planet. So this is immovable, that's immovable, but we'll go here and then just have to go around this way. And we're gonna take on this, and let's hope that we can do it. And we need 3 yellow crystals to defeat this. It's not even a battle, dang it. He does not have yellow crystals, not even in the slightest. There is one available in the pool, but he can't do it. So that's just a failed mission there. Was there anything else I could do? I got all these diplomacy cards, but I couldn't, none of those helped me in this situation. Would be nice to go up against those green planets right at this point, but here I can gain a gold data token. So that would be 2 of the gold data tokens I need, but it's not going to be the 3 that I need. And of course I can't retcon and change my mind. That would be cheating. Not that I haven't done that before, but that would be blatant cheating. Yeah, I was really hoping for a battle. I was ready. So that sort of stinks. And Picard, I can't decide to change that to a move 4 either because same reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to draw one more card and my turn's over. And the card I draw is another move, which is going to be helpful because unless I can get a yellow crystal somehow, which I'm not, that's pretty much done. Cisco, on the other hand, might be able to do it. He has 1 yellow crystal. Okay, Picard's turn's over. Now we go to Kirk. Kirk is either going to explore another tile, or we can take this jerk down. So remember, this is the one he was short on. So we can use an additional data die. We can get a torpedo attack of 4. Yeah, pulse torpedo attack of 4, right? And then that +3 token of his makes it a 7. So we can just take this thing down. I just need a yellow, which there is a white die out there. So I'm gonna just roll it. It becomes a blue. And yeah, this guy's done. So Kirk is gonna get 6 more experience, and he gets a data crystal for defeating one of these enemy types. I keep forgetting to do that, but that is one of the perks you get for defeating them. And the data crystal is my choice. So I'm going to discard that card. I'm going to take a blue data crystal because Kirk doesn't have a blue. And he got 6 experience points for that. So he and Cisco are just cruising. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, way ahead of the pack. So they're both doing quite well. And as far as testing out how these decks are going, they're doing pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw one more card. So Kirk got a diplomacy. He's ready And one thing I forgot to do is put Kirk's token there. All right, so next up is Cisco. And let's see if Cisco can do the three seashells and get 3 gold tokens. Nope, he can't. He can get 1 from the data. Nope, can't even get 1 from the data dice anymore. So he has 1 in his inventory, that's it. So nobody's going to be able to put in the 3 gold mana tokens. So then the next question for him is, can he take on this? And the answer is probably no. This is the one where he has 10 phaser resistance armor, and then he's going to do 10 damage to us. That's a pretty brutal thing. He's already used up all of his guys. All he has is Riker. And he does have a photon attack of, it's just 2 with a shield of 3. And then these shields are only half because he's attacking with phasers, so these don't block phasers. The photon pulse attack, though, reduces him down to an 8 because he doesn't resist against those. The enemy doesn't resist his attack either, but that's it. I mean, we can't take that guy down. So what I need to do is I just need to get another tile revealed. So we're gonna try to explore there and get a tile out. So we need 2 movement points to do that. So I'm looking at his hand here. We definitely have a move card. And it uses a blue, and I'm gonna spend a blue crystal or a blue die to get a move 4. So I'm gonna have a chance to move on to that tile if it's feasible. I'm gonna re-roll. There we go. The die was always on the edge. Okay, so we're gonna reveal a core tile. And this time we can move in. So I'm gonna go ahead and move in like so. The Dominion Starbase gets revealed, and it's gonna look like this, which is pretty tough. The Borg sphere comes out, and it looks like this. Okay, and another yellow planet. They're always so hit and miss, those yellow planets. So Cisco is in the middle of all kinds of fun stuff. I think he only played 1 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to draw a 6th. He got to move, which is good because he needs that. And this goes into his discard. So his turn's over, and now Khan is going to go. And he's rolling the pet. So we just, anything but a red. So let's roll. And I rolled a black. Okay. He doesn't even move. So he's staying way back there. All right, back to the top. We have the Klingon situation. I want to take on that Borg sphere. And then that will help the sisters to move up too. So let's try to do that. Maybe I even want to move. So let's see if I can do that too. So I can get out of the sisters' way. So I need, this becomes a 7 because of his skill. He has 2 resistances, his skill reduces that to a 7. So we need 7 long range attack, or otherwise we have to defend against a really powerful attack on us. I can take a data die from the core and set it to any color except white and gain 2 data tokens. So I can do that for a long range attack of 3. I have a crew member, Nudak, who can give me a long range attack of 3 if I need it. I can get the stronger effect of something +2. I can reduce his attack by 3, and I can get a long range attack of 3 from this. So what I'm going to do is play this blue, which is a blue die, and I'm going to get 2 reds. That's for a long range attack of 3, and then another long range attack of 3 for 6. You know what? I'm actually going to make this 2 blues. And so the first blue is going to be this one, which lets me do the bottom half of another one and get +2. So this would be a 5, right? I do need a red crystal for that for 8, and that would give me a victory. So I'm going to do that with the red crystal from his inventory. This is the last one he has. And then the other blue token is going to go in this move 4, which we would have done before the battle, of course. And what I'm going to do with that move 4, all right, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So what I'm doing with that one is we're just moving out of the way for the sisters for 2. And I can't move again, or otherwise I'd provoke this board cube, which, by the way, I'm going to do instead. I'm going to take this red crystal back, put it on there. I'm going to take this long range attack card back, this one, and we're going to do this one for 5, okay? Same exact turn, I'm just taking it back because I'm not going after this board cube. Well, you know what? I have to because if I move there, I provoke him. I was trying to get slick, and I was trying to take out this board cube and leave this one, or Borg sphere, and leave that one for the sisters, but can't quite do that. So original plan going into effect, red crystal gone, and we defeated this one. I'm gonna reroll, get a black. We now have 3 blacks when we were begging for them. Now we don't want them. All the cards are discarded. Gonna get 9 experience, 2 reputation, and this is for the Klingons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna get new skills. The 2 reputations, gonna put him right up with Picard at +1. And let's grab his skills. He's got, well, this is just like Picard. +3 diplomacy, +2 on an away mission. Or he gets to discard a wound to get either a red or a black data token. I'm going to take the diplomacy one. I don't think that hurts him at all to get a diplomacy. And he gets to take one of these, which that one looks pretty good. So yeah, he's going to take that, put it into his deck. So that's going to be the first card he draws. So that's 2, and then he gets 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 1 card left in his deck. The round's going to be ending soon. And then we got the thing that doubles all long-range attack values, which is perfect. Yeah, so that's his hand at the moment. He did take out a Borg sphere. Put that on there. He leveled up. So right now, Picard and the sisters are the ones that are hurting. And it makes sense because Picard and the sisters are spending this whole phase just trying to move to get back up to the front line here. So it's the sisters' turn, and they did draw a move card from last time. So they definitely want to do a move 4, but they don't have, oh, they do have a gold crystal they're going to have to use from their inventory because there's not one available. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a purple and take a chance. Let's roll the purple. And of course I rolled another purple, which means she loses her data die. So we're going to use a yellow from her inventory for a move 4. So that's going to at least get us to the nebula. And I would need, the Klingons ended their turn on a research station. It gives them a blue crystal. So I'm gonna do that off camera here. Blue crystal to the Klingon. All right, so she's got the 4 movement. She needs 6 to get to where the Klingon is. She needs 8 to move past the Klingon. And if she does that, she's gonna invoke attack with that Borg sphere, which is gonna be nasty. And right there it is. We can use a red. I didn't need to do the purple. Dang it, I should have looked at the rest of her cards. We bought this card even. So we can do a move 4, and the cost of planets and nebula is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 2. You may pay 1 gold data to be able to travel through asteroids. So I apologize. I know I re-rolled a purple, but I'm retconning that. So that's what I would do for a move 4. Don't even know if I need 8 movement, because with this now, planets and nebula is reduced by 1. So that means it's 2 movement for each one. So 2, 4 to get to where the Klingon is. Or I can even do better. It's now 2, 4. We reveal this, which is easy peasy. And that's all I need is just a move of 4. So I don't even need to spend this crystal. Now, if I wanted to try to take out that... So I'm going to take this card back. And yeah, we're going to attack this guy, which is a 4 and 4. And... I don't have any long range attacks, so I would have to absorb with shields. And I have 4 shields right here, right? Both cards are the same. So I blocked his attack. This, oh, hold on. That might mean I need double shields. This guy might not be as easy as I thought. All shields are halved. Oh, you suck. So maybe he's not so easy to take down. So I'll leave that there. So I'm going to spend the move card, but I'm not going to use the crystal. We're just going to do a move 2. And we're going to move right on to here. I couldn't end my turn here anyways. So we're going to move there. I did not provoke him because I didn't go through. I went around like that. But we could try to take this guy down for 7. And if I couldn't even produce the shields for the last one, why would I try to do it for this one? I think largely because I'm willing to use my my crew members to help out with this one. And right here, you can see I can get a photon torpedo attack of 6 if I'm willing to pay a yellow crystal, which I have. Because remember, I didn't use it for the move. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to take on this guy. So my yellow crystal is still spent, but we're going to take this guy down with the sisters. And as you saw, they have resistance against, dang it. Only blue hurts them. So my photon torpedo attack gets cut in half against him. That hurts. That would only get me 3. But I could use them as shields, which would block 6 of his 9. So I could do that. I have this, which will cause his attack and defense to be reduced by 1. If I was willing to pay a red crystal, which I have, I can reduce it by 2. So what that would do is that would mean he only has 5 here, and then this is only 7 there instead of 9. So let's say I wanted to do that. My long range attack is still 6 red. So if this is 5, I would need 10 long range. I don't have it. I can clearly get attack 5 with this one. And then, so let's say I wanted to block him. The block works, by the way. So his attack here of 9, we get to block 6. And let me show you what. So it's this card here, it's Gore. So Gore gets an OR statement here. So the photon torpedo shields of 6 is going to block 6 of his 9. And if I can use the bottom half of this card here, I reduce his attack by 2, which becomes 7. So I'm blocking 6 of the 7 with this. And just any shield card of 2 will block 1. So these 2 alone will block his attack. I do need my yellow crystal, which I spent. And of course I'm using up my, my Gore here. So this card's gone. I need the red for this down here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this skill here. I get a blue crystal and a red token. So the red token is going to go there to reduce his attack by 2. So that's how we've fully blocked his attack. And then, of course, the blue crystal goes in the inventory. All right, so he's fully blocked, and then he's been reduced down to 5. So we need to get 10 damage on him to kill him. That's the problem. So I don't have a yellow crystal to make this an attack of 4. So this is only an attack of 2. So there's 2 out of my 10. I need 8 more. And here I can do 5. I do have another red crystal in her inventory, so I can make that 7. Yeah, because that's 6, 5. And so I'm at 7. I need what, 3 more? Oh, come on. I have Kivak here, who can add 2 more. Am I really 1 short? So then what that means is I would have to move this over from a shield to an attack, and I'm going to take 1 wound. So one hit's going to get through, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm going to just let 1 hit get through, and she's going to take, the sisters are going to take 1 damage. So that's going to go into their hand. But we defeat it that way. So I just can't block as much as I thought I could. And of course now there's black dice everywhere, which is always funny. But yes, we win. The sisters needed this. This was important. They're dead last on experience points. So now they're going to go up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Gets them a level up. And then this, of course, gets them 2 reputation, which doesn't hurt. And their reputation is tied with Picard and the Klingons at +1. This gets revealed. All right, so now the sisters are leveling up. So far they've had awesome skills. Let's see if that continues. This one is, they look like keys, but I know that's not what they are. Opening salvo. Long range attack 1 or long range photon pulse attack 1. So they just automatically get a long range attack of 1. And then this one is, I think if you turn a card sideways plus play a mana crystal, it counts as 3. Pretty darn sure. Yep. Forbidden practices. You may add 1 data of any color to a sideways cards. If you do, the card gives +3 instead of +1. That sounds way too hard to do. So that one's out. I'm looking at this one for the +1 long range attack, or this one because we love our crystals. And I'm going to take this one. The long range attack one is good, but this one is going to be, I think, more helpful in the big battles. So we have a wound in our hand, and then I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm pretty sure there are heal cards out there. Well, that's a heal, that's not a repair. And so I have 2 cards left, and maybe one of those are repair. I think we are allowed to look through our discard pile, so let's see if I may have already spent it. So going through the discard pile for her. I didn't see it. So I may have been going too fast, but I didn't see it. So I think her repair card is still there. I just need to draw it. So we might be good. Data, of course, had a repair too, but he's gone. I'm still very happy with her turn, and of course she gets to mark a sphere as defeated. Okay, moving on. It is now Picard's turn. So Picard was hoping to take out that yellow planet to get 7 experience points, which would have not leveled him up, but it would have gotten him darn close. So now he's in a pickle where he has to keep pushing forward. So let's do a move. We have 4 black dice there, and I can't even do a move 4 because there's no yellow dice available. There's only purple. And I am going to look at all the cards first before I decide what to do. I need to move. So I can gain a gold data token with this if I wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these purple and just roll it and see what I can get. And I got a red, which doesn't really, I mean, it could help me. So I'm going to do this to gain a gold token, right? And then I'm going to do move 4. So I have to spend 2 cards to do that. So I'm going to move 2, 4, like so. So I'm at least positioned, but there's nothing to take on, there's nothing to kill. And then I'm going to use my Federation officer for a move 2, right here. So we're going to do a move 2, and we're going to explore. Now I could go here to get some crystals, which actually might be better than exploring. You know what? I'm going to do that because Picard needs crystals bad. So we're going to move there, and we get to choose a red, gold, or blue. And I'm going to take a gold, of course, because we might actually be able to get enough golds to finish off that planet. Now, since diplomacy is not very helpful for me this turn, what I'm going to do, actually I'm not even going to do the diplomacy ones. I'm going to just play this long-range attack card as a move 2. We're going to do it all. We're going to explore the tile and end our turn on a crystal location. So he's got 3 cards. He's going to draw 3 more, and that puts him maxed out. He's got a lot of discovery cards that require red, which is interesting. Okay, so let's get the discovery tile revealed. And there it is, a Class M planet. So he can maybe use his diplomacy to get some of those action cards. And it would go exactly like this. And this is a distress. So since it's in distress, 2 tokens go there. Okay, that one's also in distress. So 2 tokens would go there. And he's hard to get to because you have to go through the nebula to get there. But Picard actually has really fantastic cards to take on some of those planets, but he would need red crystals, which he has 1 of. So I can actually take another red instead of a gold, to be quite honest. And I did get to see the tile before I ended my turn. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to take another red crystal. So I'm up to 2. And that's Picard's turn. He is sitting dead last in experience there. Next is Kirk. So Kirk's got the same dilemma. He's with Picard here, and he can move up to the Class M planet. He can try to take on that away mission. He still has Sulu. He still has Chekhov. he has all three of his guys available. We have a move card here. It says he can use his move points during combat, any move points that are left. So he would like to do some combat, actually. I would need 6 movement points to get to the next thing I can attack, unless I want to do an away mission. Now, away missions are interesting because if I don't long range kill things, like I can't use shields on away missions, you know, stuff like that. I only have 4 diplomacy for an away mission, which isn't enough. If I would have to take on 2 planet tokens, so then it means that my guys would be taking damage, and then I would need heal points, which I don't have a lot of those either. So if I take 10 ship damage, that's doable. It would cause actual 4 damage cards to go into my hand, and then I would have to repair them. You could do that at a Class M planet, which I'm not going to be near. What is this? This token, oh, that's a Borg sphere. I think a defeated Borg sphere is just an empty space now. Yeah. So he can move there. That won't be a harmful thing. Kirk has 1 gold token. He can't get a 2nd gold token, so he can't do the yellow planet. Oh, you know what? We can go backwards and attack this guy. But that's going to cause him to lose a reputation if we do that. And he doesn't get much else, just an extra hand size. I'm not real excited about that. If he can move forward, he can get next to the Class M planet. Oh, what to do. It's the ticking on 2 planet tokens that has me concerned about him. That is Kirk's weakness. He doesn't have very good diplomacy. He has some, just not as readily available as some of the other characters. Okay. So I'm thinking about taking this down. That's my plan. In order to get there, he needs 6 movement points just to get to him, to attack him, okay? He has Sulu, who can give him 5 movement points. Okay, he has this, which we re-rolled the purple and got a red. So we're going to get a move 4 out of this. And during combat, I can spend move points that were left over every 2 move points for 1 long-range attack. Okay? So, Sulu gave me 5. This gives me 4. That puts me to 9. I only needed 6 to get there, so I have 3 left over. That's the important part. And we can get some extra tokens from this one, and so the big thing is this guy, we can use move points to reduce his attack. See, it's really hard to see, but right where my thumb is and my finger are pointing, there's these little blue specks. It means that he's encumbered. In Mage Knight, those were on like giants that move slow. So if you're willing to spend move points, you can use those to block his attack. So even though he's doing 10 damage to me, I can reduce that with my move points. I can also do damage to him with my move points, which I need 20 of, unless I have a special type of attack. And I do have a photon pulse attack of 6 with this if I want to do that, and I do. I also have shields here that I can use. And I don't necessarily need to use the bottom shield because it says if I block all the damage, if this contributes towards a shield defense that blocks all the damage, destroy that enemy token. Actually, this is perfect. So we need a yellow and a black. All right, so I think what I want to do is I want to use creativity. And creativity, oh shit, sorry. The only way oh no, I apologize. I got this. All right, so we're going to use creativity. It needs a blue. So I'm going to put it down. Let's move this token over. So we're going to play this, and I'm going to use a blue token from his inventory. That's the only option I have. Now I get to take 2 crystals of my choice. I'm going to take a yellow for advanced shields, right? And we're going to do the bottom, and I have this skill here that I told you I took solely for the black, and guess what I'm going to use it for? Black, baby. So we're going to take a black, and now that's not the second crystal that I got from this. I still have 1 more crystal, and I might use it for the shield 5 if we need it, but let's do some math here. Since he's encumbered, I can use my extra movement points towards the shield, okay? This is also a shield of 4. So 10 minus 4 is 6. He's down to 6 because of this. We had 4, 5, 9 movement points instead of the 6 we needed. So we had 3 extra. So that's 5. So he's halfway blocked. And so yes, I need a shield of 5. So I would use the other data crystal for this one for a shield of 5. And we have him completely blocked. And because of this special ability, he's destroyed. We don't even need to attack him. And I'm going to keep these 2 cards in my hand. So that's how we're going to do that. And oh, put that on the wrong spot. So what he did was he moved 2, 4, 6 to there. And I don't know, oh, this goes there. Okay, so he moved 6 to there. He took on that guy. We are going to get a data crystal, so I'm going to roll for the data crystal. It's my choice. I'm going to take back the blue I just lost. And then, of course, this is going back into the pool as a red, which isn't super helpful. All these cards are used. And so that skill that I took that lets me get the black came in really handy right there. I mean, Kirk is just making all the right choices. And then he has 2 cards left in his hand. We get 7 experience points. And we already took the data crystal. And he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now he has yet another spot. 2 cards. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So he's going to get some nice move points for probably the final round. He's going to need them because he's sort of in the middle of nowhere at the moment. So Picard is done. Or I'm sorry, Kirk is done. And now we go to Cisco. Now Cisco is stuck, as you saw. He can either move forward and attack, or he can go backwards where Kirk is and explore a tile. Either way is a good move. Let's look at his hand. He's got a move, a repair, an attack. He's just got a mix of everything. And if he were to attack, of course, it's just the rich getting richer because these guys are already... So he would lose a reputation because he would be attacking a Dominion. He would get one of these special undiscovered cards, which is interesting because maybe he wants to leave this for the Klingon to finally get his red undiscovered. And this guy has resistance to the torpedoes, the red, and does a red attack. All he has left is he could use Riker to prevent him from attacking. And then to kill him, he does have a long range attack of 3, which he can turn into a 4. And then he has a photon pulse attack of 2, but that would not be long range. But if we used Riker's ability, we could defeat this guy. But I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use the move. I'm going to save this for the Klingon, so Klingons can get Q. And I would like to do a move 4, but there's no gold crystal available. He does have one. I just don't think he should use it. So if that's a move 2, we're going to play that for a move 3 and the diplomacy card for a move 4. So that's going to spend 4 of his move points, and it's going to go 2, and then 4 will be to reveal that tile. We are very close to revealing the board tile, and there it is. So the problem we're going to have is the board tile needs to be revealed somewhere where everybody can get to. So if I start going left, I'm moving away from the board tile. That's an interesting conundrum. But we got 2 greens here and a yellow here, and then a Dominion Starbase there. So if he can muster 2 more move points, he can get a red crystal. That might be worth doing. And so he's going to just discard his long-range attack of 3, get 2 more move points. He's going to end his turn on a crystal spot and get a red crystal. Because those aren't anything to sneeze about. Okay, so his turn's over. He's drawing the last card of his deck, which is a move card. So Cisco is probably going to be ending the round next time. Okay, Khan goes to the last. He's going to re-roll a red, which we have, and then he's going to attack an adjacent ship if possible, but he does not move. Let me focus this for you. Sorry. So he does not move, which is fine. And we're going to re-roll a red and get a red again. Okay, so now we're back to the top of the pecking order. It is the Klingons, and the Klingons are going to try to get Q. So we need to take this guy down. The Klingons are going to take a -1 to their reputation, so they're going to drop from a +1 to a 0, which is fine. And this guy is only resistant to the red long-range attack. So we have if we spend a yellow, all long-range attacks are doubled. So let's consider that. I have the ability to add a long-range attack of 1 just straight up. Or if I spend another yellow, I can get a long-range attack of 3. I don't have that many yellows, and there's no yellows in the dice pool. So I would have to, the yellow I would spend would have to come from my inventory, which I have 1 in my inventory. Now, remember, I get to reduce him to a 4 because he has 1 resistance. So that gets reduced to a 4 because of my skills. Well, here we go. I can get a long range, or I can get a gold data crystal right here. This long range attack at the bottom, he's actually resistant to. So I'm going to do this to get the yellow. So that yellow charges up this one, which doubles. I can reduce his attack, but we're trying to long range him. So I can do a long range attack of 3 here, which would get doubled because of this, so that's 6. So that's all I have to do, and I win. Now, I, of course, had to spend 2 yellows, so this would be the second yellow. And so that's done. These 2 are discarded. The Martok card did what it needed to do. And of course, let's see, I have 3 cards in my hand. This is the last card from the deck, which would be the 4th card. And then if I level up or get my rewards here, I'm on a Dominion Starbase. To take the Dominion Starbase, I get to take one of these. So I'm going to do the diplomacy one. And this one, of course, we can interact with any Dominion or Romulan starbase as if I was currently at that location. So the important part is we can recruit, is what this does. So it's not very helpful currently, but it's still better than nothing. And of course, this is the one he really wanted, and it just got revealed. So that's the problem. He had to take Q to get this one out, but this is the one he wanted. Holy cow, look at how awesome this would be. So it is what it is. All right, so he's getting 5 experience points for that. Let's go give him the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. And that's his turn. So he's going to be ready for the end of turn. He hasn't used any of his guys yet up here. So we got all kinds of stuff to do, although a lot of them give him negative reputation. But we can do a lot of stuff with the Klingons. The Klingons are doing just fine right now. Picard is dead last, and the sisters. And it's funny because Picard and the sisters are my 2 favorite, and of course I'm doing the worst with both of them. Okay, so he's done, and now the sisters are up. So the sisters are poised to reveal the final Borg tile, but it would be all the way over on the right side of the map. Is that what we want to do? Or maybe the sisters can move up to here, get a yellow crystal at the end of her turn, and reveal the Borg tile there. I think that's what we want to do. So can we muster 4 move points is the question. Actually 6 move points. The sisters do have 1 wound. We have a move 4 right there. And I can't take a blue, although we do have a blue crystal. This would give a +3 to any other card. So I could get her 7 move points, which is exactly what she needs. And although the top one is just gain a blue crystal. You know what? I don't think we need to do any attack this turn. So I'm going to do this. The move 4 for blue, and then the move 2 at the top for 6. So that's the 6 move points we need. We're going to discard this to get a blue crystal. At the top half of Lursa and Betor, we get a blue crystal. So that's going to pay for the move that we just did. And then we're going to do this, and we're just going to take a die from the data pool and get a crystal. And right now there's a red die available. That's the only one available, in fact. But we'll take that. And now we rolled a white, which is good. And sorry, it just doesn't autofocus so much. And that's it. So I got these 2 cards left, and she's going to draw 2 cards into her hand. And right there it is, repair. That's what we were looking for, remember? So she's going to be able to discard that wound on her next turn. And we actually have this as well, which would let us, I'm looking at her discard pile, maybe we want to use that. Did I play any yellow cards this turn? No, I did not. So can't quite, but I'm going to just use it anyways. I'm going to just use it to get the blue crystal. And so she's maxed out. She has 3 blue crystals in her inventory and no other crystal type. And then she's going to move up, explore the tile, and she's ending her turn on a gold crystal location. So she gets a gold crystal, and then this is the Borg tile. Now, what I'm going to do is put it here because I want it closer to the camera, okay? If that's okay with you guys. It's technically right here, but I'm going to put it here, if that helps. Okay, so this is going to have the gold Borg cube, and the Borg cube level is 26, which is redonkulous. So I'm not even going to worry about the disc on the bottom. And the Borg cube card, well, it's yellow, it's not gold. Well, actually it is gold. So what does gold do? They all have +1 armor. So you need 1 extra hit to defeat anybody. And then you can spend 2 diplomacy for, I think, recruiting anybody at these location types. When you're there, it's a recruiting bonus. I'm pretty sure. We can look it up. But that's what happens when you defeat it. And actually, that might be helpful, because if we're all at this location, it'll help us with our recruiting. Let me make sure that that's what that is. What is this? This is the rule book. So it should be here. Oh, come on. This rule book sometimes has things in places that, because I think it's under interact. So here's combat. Yeah, so all defenders get +1 defense. That part we know. And here we go. The gold Borg cube. You may recruit crew members of all types. Also, you can pay 2 diplomacy to add 1 elite crew card to the crew offer. That's what the 2 diplomacy is you can add an elite to the offer, and you can recruit from anywhere. So as long as you're at that Borg cube, you can recruit anybody from the offer. That is awesome, because that's where we need to congregate. That's where we want to be for the final set of battles. But so here's what's crazy. This is going to be here, and this is in the way. So just so you know, this is where, right next to Cisco, where he would enter, and then where the sisters would enter, they would enter right here. So we're coming from this direction, so that would be, and then of course we have that there, and then we have a distressed planet here, which gets 2 tokens. Now, this, remember, they're level 26. It only goes up to level 11. So here you can see it has 4x Borg cube and 1 Romulan starbase, okay? So we need to go to 22, right? So a Romulan starbase would be 2. And then 4 Borg cubes is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 more, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just to get it to level 22. And now to get to level 26, we've got to add 4 more, which is another Borg cube and a Romulan starbase. So these are all the enemies that we're up against when we do that battle. Now, granted, if all 5 of us are there, we should be able to divide it up. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots around it. It's going to take a lot of turns for us to get ready. It'll probably be the next round. And now that the Borg cube's revealed, Khan will be going straight for it. So we are on a timer. We have to defeat this Borg cube, and then we have to heal enough to be able to defeat Khan, who's going to be an even bigger battle. So lots going on. I'm probably going to have to start stealing some of these unrevealed tokens that are on the map. I'm just going to probably steal them, largely because we're going to need them for the battles. But that's our situation. So thanks for watching. Stay awesome. We are now, that was the end of the sisters' turn. And we're going to be starting with Picard when we come back.